Okay, so Jay Baruchel was right. AI or some kind of catastrophic event is going to take over before the Leafs actually win the Stanley Cup.
This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto, and here we go again. All it took was one playoff game to completely break me as a Leaf fan, but that's just what Boston does. Here's the thing, going into the series, I really didn't have high hopes anyway, so the bar was mid. Now it's to the floor. Well, Game 2 goes tonight, and there's one big question heading into the game. Will we see William Nylander on the ice for Toronto? He missed Game 1 but was back on the ice for practice yesterday. And he was back on the ice this morning for Leafs skate. I need William Nylander to be on the ice. He is the playoff guy. Let's make it happen. Now for Toronto, the other question is, who will be between the pipes? And who should be? Ilya Samsonov got lit up in Game 1, giving up 4 goals into 23 shots. Is it time for sweet baby Wall? Maybe. For the Bruins, they also have not confirmed a goalie for tonight. But you gotta think with how well Jeremy Swayman played in Game 1, that he'll be back in net tonight. Head coach Jim Montgomery was asked about who his goalie was tonight, and he said, quote, "I don't tell my wife, I'm not telling you." Now here's a stat that will completely break me once again. A Leafs win tonight would be their first against Boston since November of 2022, as they've lost 8 straight, playoffs included. And just looking at the numbers, they're getting absolutely smoked in those games. Can you just put rain and sad music to this moment right now? I can't, this is... Why can't they beat Boston? What is up with that? The Edmonton Oilers are the last Canadian team to start their playoff run, and they do so tonight against a familiar opponent. The Kings and Oilers have met in the playoffs for the last 2 years, and both times Edmonton has come out on top. This year could be different though for a number of reasons on both sides. For starters, Edmonton seems like it's finally found its depth after relying on 2 of the best playoff performers in NHL history on a per-game basis in their previous runs. This year, the Oilers had 8 players with 40 or more points, and their team leader in goals is Zach Hyman with 54. They also had 7 players score 15 or more, so this is a much more balanced attack than it has been in years past. The offense that is so dynamic is going against one of the best defensive teams in hockey though. As per Money Puck, the Kings are 5th in the league in expected goals against at 5-on-5. While also giving up the 4th fewest high danger shots against. Their goaltending last year was not great, but this year Cam Talbot has steadied the ship, as he's ranked 14th in goals saved above expected this season. And then there's the offense, which has 8 40 or more point scorers of their own, led by the trio of Kempe, Fiala, and Kopitar, who all eclipse 70. LA's strength is down the middle, and the key player to watch is Philip Deneau, who projects to be matched up with McDavid's line. And he's definitely not the better of the best player in the world. I like this series because it's something we've seen before and it'll be very entertaining. I'm not sure if it'll be more entertaining than that Avs-Jets game though. We'll see. Sticking with hockey, and another matchup we've got our eyes on tonight is in Dallas, as the Stars' award for the best record in the conference is the defending Stanley Cup champions, who once again are up to their old tricks. Here's Eric Kirk with the question is.
This is where Vegas has found their loophole. There's no salary cap in the NHL playoffs. Last year, Vegas put Mark Stone on LTIR, returned just in time for the playoffs, and scored a hat-trick in the Stanley Cup deciding game. Well, they've done it again. Stone's $9.5 million cap hit was moved to the LTIR in March. Since then, they've added Noah Hannafin from Calgary, Anthony Mantha from Washington, and Thomas Hertl from San Jose. And on the day they added Hertl, Vegas GM Kelly McCrimmon said that Stone would be out the rest of the regular season. The net cap used on those trades was $10.075 million. And with Stone only returning for the playoffs, Vegas is once again well over the regular season cap. This isn't something new. Tampa Bay did the same thing in 2020-2021 when Nikita Kucherov and his similar $9.5 million cap hit missed the entire regular season only to return for the first game of the playoffs and put up 32 points in 23 games en route to a Stanley Cup victory. The question is, how long until this is illegal in the NHL?
This is unrelated, but Eric is very on brand. He's on the bar down while wearing a bar down shirt. Relax, bro. Also, Vegas can't keep getting away with this. Cue Jesse Pinkman.
He can't keep getting away with it!
To the association, and we had a pretty chalky opening weekend to the NBA playoffs. As home teams did more than held serve, they dominated, going 8-0 and winning those games by an average of 13.25 a game. So will we see one of those road teams win tonight? Let's start in Denver because the Lakers are facing what is arguably a must-win. Beating Denver is not something that comes easy for any team, but especially LA, as they're 0-9 in their last 9 against the Nuggets, losing those games by an average of 8.6 a game. If LeBron and the Lakers are going to make this a series, that's going to have to change tonight. In the first game, though, the question is going to be the health of Joel Embiid, who had a scary moment in Game 1, re-injuring that left knee, but he did return. He is questionable for tonight's game. And this seems obvious, but these 2 numbers really explain Philly, as they were plus 14 with Embiid on the court and minus 21 with him off of it. And that's not the only questionable take for Philly tonight, as Tyrese Maxey is also questionable. And if you're missing one or both of those guys, you can't really like their chances in the Garden. You can watch NBA playoffs tonight on TSN. First at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, it's Game 2 between the Sixers and Knicks. Then after that, we got Game 2 between the Lakers and Nuggets.
Well, we have it, folks. We just cut the line. We have 2 family members of the tuna.
This is a new one time now for my favorite segment and yours, Why We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
And yeah, that was Jameis Winston interviewing a freshly caught fish, as you do.
Fish, slap away, swim away, fish. You're not going nowhere. We got you on the boat right now. What do you have to say for yourself? Oh, your cousin came. Your cousin came. Well, we have it, folks. We just cut the line. We have 2 family members of the tuna. If you were wondering, I asked the question too. Why do fish flap when they're out the water? A wise friend told me that they're just simply trying to swim away. Well, fish, how does it work swimming in the air?
I actually really hated that. Apologies to our viewers who found that offensive. I actually hated all of that. But I do love this next one. As someone recreated the Monaco Grand Prix in miniature form. Wait, I love miniatures, okay? Have you guys been to Little Canada? It's the coolest thing ever. This belongs there. I love it! Oh my gosh. People in Ontario might also remember Collin Gardens, but, sadly that closed. Because people aren't respecting miniatures as they should. And shout out to our viewers in Hamburg, Germany. Nylander there, also dynamic. And this actually looks like Monaco, okay? I would know. I've been there. I actually drove this track in a Lamborghini. Not to flex. That's me. That's me. I just finished driving on the track. Oh yeah, and then I saw Lewis Hamilton just out for a jog. Monaco is actually crazy. It's like Bentley, Ferrari, like they're like Bentley store, Ferrari store, Lambo store. Who lives there like with normal money? I felt poor just walking. That's all for today. We'll start back in tomorrow 3 Eastern. No Pacific. Have a good one.